Hey guys, me John again. So as I promised, I said I'd make another video. Try to make one every day, at least. So today I was wanting to talk about cancer. And the reason I wanted to bring that up, and I'll probably go more into depth about this at a later time too, when I have a better setup. Right now I'm just doing this via my phone right now. My personal experience with brain cancer. Back in April 9th, 2018, so this year obviously, was diagnosed with a stage 3 brain tumor. And the reason I say brain cancer is because they group it with cancer because while they couldn't see any physical, anything that showed cancer, they saw stuff that could have been considered cancer, but it didn't actually spread out into what they call a little starburst of the cells and whatnot. It was all still localized. And for what, after the surgery, they said that they're pretty sure they got everything, but I'm still been undergoing chemotherapy, and I went under radiation treatment as well. But essentially, what I wanted to go over was the signs that happened, and how the doctors finally, how my doctors basically were finally able to diagnose it, because diagnosing cancer is, you can have symptoms of cancer and it could be something else entirely. I thought it had something to do with, they thought maybe I had like a vision issue, or it was related to sinus issues, because I've had sinus and all sorts of what's that called, allergy issues throughout my entire life. So I'm exhibiting some of these symptoms. Well, when you have sinus headaches, you're dizzy and you get these headaches, with it. And I get those off and on. Basically you just got to do regular rinses and stuff like that to maintain, your health. Keep those things from happening. But even if you do that stuff, you can still get those headaches, just less often. But that's a whole nother issue. But anyhow, I was exhibiting those similar symptoms, but these were a lot more intense, and the pain was more intense, and the dizziness. Like, I wasn't having the headache so much, but I was having the dizziness. Like, the right side of my body, sometimes I would almost run into, I shouldn't actually say almost, I was running into walls on my right hand side. Yeah, I was running into walls on my right hand side. A guy noticed that at work one time, and he's like, "Whoa, you're okay?" I was like, "Yeah, it's weird. I just somehow just lost my sort of equilibrium." And you also get these intense headaches. I shouldn't say headaches, pains, because usually headaches last a while. These pains that you get, what's it called? My actual the tumor actually came from about, back here. You guys can't really see the scarring or something like that, but eventually I'll do another video. I have pictures of the surgical scars and whatnot, but the surgery was back in here, and there's a little divot here from that. Goes around as sort of a horseshoe incision where they had to pull back and pull everything out. But basically, yeah, it had grown, and that was the best access point to pull that out. But what happens here, as people know, as people in the medical profession know and stuff have told me before, is you what's it called? affects the opposite side. So because of that, and I was also having vision problems too. I had vision problems, with this eye. Sometimes it would feel like this eye, vision wise, was like underwater. Over here, perfect. Over here, like, what's going on? I better sit down for a minute. And one day it was like, it wouldn't go away. And I went and talked to her, like, well, maybe it's something neurological, maybe something like this. We'll just kept on treating it like it was symptomatic of, just clogged up sinuses. Crazy stuff. So, and this went on for months. And these pains, worse. Eventually, I thought I had, a sinus infection. It's like, maybe that's what this is. Maybe it's just this ongoing, sinus infection. Now it's finally, the real symptoms are hitting because, I was getting sinus headaches now. And this. And this pain, what it started off as is being just like, it'd be like, boom, and it would hit, and you'd be like, what is that? And then it would just kind of go away like that. Alright, whatever. Some weird pain, maybe some sinus thing, whatever, And, over time, over months, sometimes I noticed it would be like, boom, and I'd be like, whoa, wait a minute. Sit down for a second. And it would take longer to gradually disappear. And I would say that these symptoms, that, these hardcore, pain symptoms and things like that were going on at least 8 months prior to my surgery. So anyhow, now at some point I need to gather my thoughts and put together a timeline for it. But anyhow, I get to when was that? March. And these pains are just hitting regularly. Just boom, and they're coming at the same exact time of day, early in the morning. Like, right before I'd start my work, right before I'd go to work. Literally, boom, I'd have to start my day that way. I'd get up, brushing my teeth, washing and stuff like that. Boom, in the shower. What is this? What is this in my head? Well, the morning that I went into the emergency room, so this is when they found out, emergency room visit, I got up, do my regular routine, put my lunch together, stuff like that, and boom, this pain hit me, and it hit me hard. And I physically, I was trying to pull myself up because I had to throw up. It was so bad. I was literally throwing, I don't want to gross people out, so if you don't want to get grossed out, you might want to back out of the video at this video now. So I'll give you a moment to do that if you need to do that. Alright, so I'm literally throwing up stomach acid. I'm able to kind of pull myself up, go to the sink, do that. I've also, my nose has got a little bit of discharge, blowing my nose, trying to get rid of that. Well, the thing is to get to the sink to throw up, I had to literally use both my arms and pull myself up off the ground because I literally buckled down into the fetal position. It was that intense. I had never felt pain like that before in my entire life. So I get up, do the nasty business I had to do, And then, boom, hits me again. And this time, I can't get up. I literally can't get up off the fucking ground. I'm like, holy crap, this fucking hurts. It was just, it was the worst pain I'd ever felt. I've had broken bones. I've grown up as a kid. You get into fights with your brother and stuff like that. And you get bruised, or hell, you just be out just working. And maybe stub your toe, or run into something or something like that. Just through the course of just life. Stuff happens. And it hurts. It smarts. No, this was on a whole nother level. I couldn't move. And my wife comes out. Sorry, not my wife, my fiance. I call her my wife. I love her to death. And, anyhow, I call her my wife because I love her. Anyhow, that's a subject for another day. But she's like, what the heck is going on? Because she can hear me moaning out there, just like, oh my God, what is this? And I'm apologizing to her because, she has to see me like this. She's like, what the heck is going on? And let me tell you something about her. She is like immediately like professional mode. Like, what's going on? Why are you in pain? What's going? She didn't say why are you in pain. She's like, what's going on? Are you in pain? Like, okay, do you need to go to the emergency room? And I'm like, typical me. I'm like, no, let's just go to urgent care. It's probably just another sinus thing. Blah blah blah. I'm in so much pain. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about. I'm saying talking out my ass. And she's just like, no, we're going to the ER. She calls her mom. She comes up, and her mom shows up. I mean, her mom was there quick, although her mom didn't live that far away at the time. And just awesome. Her mom's fucking awesome. Watch the boys. She's like, I need you to watch the boys. We have 2 sons. And she comes over. She's right over. Wife, she's like, here, grab this bucket, in case I throw up again, and we're going to the emergency room. So we go to the emergency room, and I'm just like, the pain is kind of subsided. Like the way this pain hit, it was like the first pain that hit me that morning was like, boom. Oh man, it's taking minutes to go away. And now I have to throw up. And the second one hit and it was like, boom. Hey, this isn't going away. This is just really, really lingering. Like, I think, between my wife, seeing what was going on with me and showing up at the emergency room was probably the course of like a half hour. She was just on top of it, just boom. She just, okay, we got to do this. We got to get this done. And so we go there, and they tell them the symptoms, everything like that. I'm like, it's probably just some sinus thing, something like that. Yeah, okay, dude, we're giving you an MRI. Sure enough, mass in my brain. And I'm like, and wife's just like, okay. She's, figuring this out, like, okay, so he's got this going, he's got that going on. And they pull me into the emergency room. I'm on the table and everything like that, just sitting in there. Or the beds or whatever that they have in the ER. And, they got the gown on me and everything, I was able to, eventually I was kind of able to stand up and stuff. The pain subsided enough. I kind of was getting my faculties back and everything. Sorry about that. And, wow. I said, yeah, you have a mass in your brain. Neurosurgeon walks in. Says, hi, I'm a neurosurgeon, whatnot. Uh, you have a mass in your brain, and upon further study, you have a brain tumor. And I'm like, what? She's been strong the whole time, man. Just like, okay, yeah, going on. And it's like, as soon as just the R dropped on the brain tumor, you know, she, the floodgates open. She just tear ran right down her cheek. I'll never forget that. And I kind of went to this mode of, oh man, I need to like comfort her and stuff like that and everything. And that's just me. I'm just Mr. There's a problem, fix it. Um, Instead of just let her, she's gonna feel the way she needs to feel. And you know, she calls my brother, she calls my mom and stuff, and my brother was there so damn fast. My brother was just, boom, what the heck is going on? Well, anyhow, time passes by. They finally, I'm getting like some pain meds and stuff like that, and I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. I didn't feel any pain up until the point I had the surgery. I had to wait a couple days to do the surgery, but it was crazy because like to know like wow, recognizing the symptoms of cancer, you don't know, like you really got to stay on top of that stuff because they're like, yeah, there's like it's stage 3. Stage 3 is the last step before terminal, what they consider terminal uh, brain tumor, cancer, whatever. I I dodged a bullet. Um, and I'm so thankful that I was able to find out and get this figured out because I want to be here today talking to you guys. I mean, my recovery went well. Um, Radiation and chemo sucked, but who really enjoys going through anything like that? Um, the other thing that was kind of cool though was I learned a lot about um, the medicinal uses of marijuana. I mean, I've never been against marijuana or anything. It was just not something I didn't really use or anything like that. I was just okay, cool. If it works, it works. Well, then I became an avid user of the little CBD oils and stuff like that, and the edible marijuana. I did some of the smokable stuff, and like the indica strains and stuff like that. Just to deal with pain and stuff like that, and sleep. That's the crazy thing about after the surgeries is the meds they put you on. It's almost impossible to sleep. It wasn't until at least a month and a half after my surgery that I finally had REM sleep. Actual, true, legitimate REM sleep. And that was after somebody introduced me to the whole indica sativa thing. Like, try some indica, try some of this. And after like a couple of nights of doing that before I went to sleep, a couple hours before going to sleep, I finally had REM sleep. Let me tell you, when you can't sleep and you're recovering, it's almost like an out of body experience because it's like you're so tired, you want to sleep, but your body just won't let you. Like it won't let you get that rejuvenating sleep. And it's just yeah, you can't do it. So it was crazy. I mean, just like the before and the after is just there's so much stuff that goes on, and like the surgery, that was one and done. There's like a day of like they do the recovery thing where they have to like test your uh, like your muscle strength and stuff like that because you're out for several hours and plus they just remove this big chunk of matter out of my brain. It was actually 3-inch diameter tumor that they pulled out, surrounded by a 5-inch cyst on top of that. So it was crazy. So I make this video, and I'm gonna probably do one that's a little more in depth. Talking about some of the more scientific aspects of cancer and early detection and stuff. Is pay attention to your body, man. Things are happening, even like the slightest thing, man. The littlest thing can make the biggest difference. And, anything out of the ordinary, talk to somebody. Try to avoid letting it get, that far down the line and stuff. Because, more and more people, they're dealing with cancer, as the population increases, so does, the number of occurrences and stuff that, people having different maladies. And so, stay on top of that stuff. Really, I mean, that's why I tell you all that. That's why I tell you all these details and stuff like that. Because, I mean, it's not what cancer does to you, it's what it does to those around you. That's the biggest heartbreak, is how it affects those around you. It's so heartbreaking seeing all these people, dote over you like, this is it. So yeah, stay on top of it, stay healthy, do the research, look up the, anti-carcinogens and, possible carcinogens and things like that. Stay on top of that, guys. Stay on top of that. Let my story help you out. So, anyhow, that's it for this evening. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a subscribe and like if you enjoy the material. It also supports the channel. I'm hoping to do more as time goes by. I'm still dealing with I don't have a computer right now. My old one just kind of crapped out on me, and I haven't had really the time or the inclination to get a new computer, but I hope to soon. Right now, I have a lot of bills to deal with because cancer treatment isn't exactly cheap. And there's, time loss from work and stuff like that, that's not a whole lot of money. I mean, we had some money put away, but when you got something like that happen, it's expensive. Medical cost, and then, just everyday life. Life happens. It's living ain't cheap. But, I'm hoping to get that going and maybe down the line, use that to try to pay stuff off. So, that's another reason why the early detection is you don't want a big fat bill. So, anyhow, you guys have a good night, and hopefully see y'all tomorrow. Night.